my name is Julie Nemechek, and I'm an immigration attorney. I practice in the Columbus, Ohio area. This past month, the Department of Homeland Security has begun a series of raids. These raids are part of a large-scale effort to identify, apprehend, and deport immigrants who are in this country unlawfully and have recent deportation orders. And that is deportation orders after January 1st of 2014. Now, in effect, the raids have targeted countless undocumented children and families and people who are associated with them. So the question is, if immigration comes knocking at my door in the middle of the night, my worst nightmare comes true, they're at the door, they're knocking, or they're shining a flashlight through the window, what do I do? First and foremost, take a deep breath. You need to know that you do have rights under the Constitution, even if you're undocumented. The Fourth Amendment protects all people, including undocumented immigrants, against unreasonable searches and seizures. The Fifth Amendment protects all people, again, including undocumented immigrants, against self-incrimination. Now, rule number 1, do not let the immigration agents into your house without a warrant. It is best to communicate with immigration authorities through a closed door. Keep the door shut and let them know that you're not going to permit them to enter your house unless they have a warrant. Now, the warrant should be issued by a court. It should have your name, address, and it should be signed. It should not be issued by the Department of Homeland Security. If the immigration agents appear to have a warrant, ask them to slip it to you underneath the door so that you can review it. You may want to pass a sign to them that says something like this in English, or something like this in Spanish. Now, assuming that you do permit them entry into your home, rule number 2, do not provide them with any information. Let them know that before talking to them, before answering their questions, that you want to talk to a lawyer. You may want to provide them with a sign that says something like this in English, or something like this in Spanish. You certainly don't want to give them information. Don't tell them where you were born. Don't give them information about your immigration history. In the same regard, you don't want to lie. Don't provide false information or false documents, as that could have very harsh consequences down the road. Rule number 3, do not sign anything without first consulting with a lawyer. You very well may be signing off on your own deportation order. It's important not to sign anything that you don't understand. You need to understand that you do have rights under the Constitution, even if you're undocumented. You need to exercise these rights, because when immigration authorities are knocking at your door, they certainly are not going to remind you that you have these rights, and they're not going to explain them to you. Thank you.